The Book of Enoch is one of the most intriguing ancient religious texts ever written. It contains graphic descriptions of fallen angels who bring sin to the world of men. Readers can also learn about the giant Nephilim, the offspring of humans and fallen angels. These terrifying scenes give us a unique insight into a world so wicked that God decided to flood the entire planet. But the Book of Enoch goes even further, showing how our world will end. But who is Enoch? He is the great-grandfather of Noah, who was tasked with building an ark to save animals from a worldwide flood. Enoch is also the father of Methuselah, the longest living man in history, who died aged 969. In the Bible, Enoch is described as receiving divine wisdom directly from God. He is also one of the only biblical characters who doesn't die. He is described as being taken by God to heaven.
I shall take you as a trophy to appease the dark gods.
Despite this intriguing story, the Bible doesn't tell us much about the wisdom God gave to Enoch. But that doesn't mean that the knowledge was lost. Much of it has been passed into the Book of Enoch. But readers should proceed with caution. Within its pages are tales of the monstrous Nephilim and apocalyptic visions of the end times.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
The Book of Enoch can be divided into 5 distinct sections. This begins with the Book of the Watchers, which tells the story of fallen angels. This book begins by describing how attractive human women were. Their beauty tempted angels to sin by breeding with the women. This resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, described as lawless giants that stand 4,500 feet tall. The fallen angels also gave secret knowledge to men, which caused men to sin. God saw the wickedness that had overcome the earth. He sent his angels to capture and imprison the Watchers. Uriel was sent to warn Noah of the coming flood, which God would use to cleanse the earth. Next comes the Book of the Parables of Enoch, which is a continuation of the Book of the Watchers. This contains a few interesting revelations. First, Enoch's journey into heaven is described. During this trip, he sees several angels and describes various locations. These include beautiful areas where tens of thousands of immortal beings praise God. But it also includes frightful destinations where the wicked will be punished and judged.
Welcome.
The third section is the Astronomical Book or Book of Luminaries. This describes the knowledge that Enoch received about celestial bodies when he visited the heavens with Uriel. This was put into a calendar to coordinate religious celebrations on Earth. Fourth is the Prophetic Book of Dreams. This book mentions several future events, such as Moses leading Christian people from Egypt and being able to split the Red Sea. It also prophesies about the building of King Solomon's temple and the eventual destruction of that temple. Finally, we come to the Epistle of Enoch. This section is often viewed as the final parting words that Enoch leaves to Methuselah and his extended family. In this section, he recalls the history of the world. This houses his apocalyptic visions of the end times. This will occur across several stages. First, the Messiah will return and the nations will throw down their false gods. Then, there will be a violent, bloody battle against sin. After this, the earth and heavens are judged and reborn. This is the time when the final judgment will be made against the watchers. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. After the battle, there will be an eternal time of peace when sin no longer exists. Where the church sits on the Book of Enoch is a tricky question. According to religious scholars, the book was written around 200 to 300 BC. More importantly, though, it likely had several authors, with some passages being older than others. Because of this, it was decided that the book couldn't have been written by the original Enoch. This is why the church decided to remove it from the official canon. So, how much can we trust what is written in the Book of Enoch? This is tricky. In the New Testament, Jude quotes part of the Book of Enoch. The fact that he references the book shows that it was fairly well known and respected. However, whether the whole book is true, or if it should be viewed as a series of parables, remains up for debate. What do you think? Can we trust what is written within the Book of Enoch?